Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Once again, I am filming my voice recap for this week. It is a little late again. I apologize. Last week's was a little bit late too. But if you guys haven't watched any of my other vlogs, I got a vehicle last week, and so I've been out and about more, and last week I had to get stuff done for it and get inspection sticker and all those adult things, and then this week I had to do part of that too. And I also have been out and about more. I am getting ready to upload a vlog of me and my cousin. We had to go to DC, which is 3 hours one way for us, so we had to go down there and drop somebody off at the airport, and just life things have been happening. I've had like an on again off again migraine for the past couple days, which I have a doctor's appointment next week with my doctor to see what might be causing that. And yeah, so just life things have been happening, but there will be a vlog going up after this of my trip to DC with my cousin, and it'll talk about it more there. But today I am filming my voice recap, and I again wanted to get this up first. This week was the last week of the blind auditions, and yeah, so the battle rounds will be starting next week, and that's really exciting. But let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first person that auditioned, his name was Kenny P. He was 30 years old. He lived in a tiny house in Nashville with his wife, which I thought was really cute. I think tiny houses are pretty cool. He sang Hello, It's Me. He was very bluesy, soul, kind of country at the same time. He did live in Nashville. He was very powerful, and he's on Team Gwen. Not necessarily a standout for me, but I still really liked him. And then after that was Enid Cortez. She was 25. She was a medical assistant. She had vitiligo. She was in a band. I wrote down the name of their band because I wanted to actually look her up because I really liked her. She sang All I Ask, which first of all is one of my favorite songs. Anybody who sings Adele is just like already my favorite person. I thought she had a very good range. She was a standout for me, by the way, but I thought she had a very strong range, and it was really cool like how she went from like the top of her range to the bottom of her range, and it was so good. And she got a last second press by Team Blake, and yeah, so she's on Blake's team. Definitely a standout. Hope she goes far. And there was J.R. Collins. He was 18. His brother was killed by police. He sang Purpose, which I thought was really, really good. He kind of reminded me of Usher. If Usher would have been on this season, I feel like he would have been on Usher's team. But of course Usher's not on this season, so he reminded me a little bit of Usher. He had a really nice spirit and brought a lot of emotions to it. He's on Team Alicia, which I think is going to be a really cool pairing. And then T-Soul, which I was actually really, really excited about this kid because, well, he's not a kid, he's 29. He is from Richmond, Virginia, which is very, very close to me. He went to Virginia State University and sang in the gospel choir there. He's an independent artist. His mom and dad were wearing his merch, which I thought was really cool. He sang Take Me to the River. Very soulful, incredible. He's on Team Blake, which blew my mind. But he's so, so, so good. Definitely, definitely a standout for me. I put 2 stars next to his name instead of just 1. So I really, really liked him. But I think T-Soul will go really, really far in this competition. He was really good. Probably one of my top 2 favorites on the show. Then there was a couple artists that they just kind of went over really quick. I wrote down their names, but I'm not going to talk about them because I didn't see a full performance from them. Then there was Hannah Irie. She is 15. She was a piano player. She sang Blank Space. I felt like she had a very young voice. Like you could tell that she was very young by her voice. She got a little bit nervous after Adam turned because he was the first person to turn, and she kind of lost it a little bit, but then she got it back really good, and that just shows that she has a lot of control. Again, she's 15, so I always say that 15-year-olds or young kids have a lot to work on and a lot to grow, because at 15 you don't really know yourself, you don't really know your voice. But she's on Team Adam, so I'm sure he will sort that out for her. And then there was a girl who didn't make it on the show, but I want to talk about her in case she comes back and auditions for another season. Her name was Casey Jamerson. She was 26. I literally wrote rocker badass on here. Athlete. She was a gymnast and played softball, I think. She was on Broadway in the Bring It On show. She sang Shadows of the Night. I thought it was so good. I was so mad that she didn't make it. I literally, like, they showed the first picture of her and I wrote down rocker badass because I always write down, like, something to remember these people by, because if not, then I'm not good with names, so I would forget them. And I literally wrote down rocker badass because she had, like, all leather on. She had, like, a leather jacket, leather, like, shorts on, and she had, like, dark black hair and, like, a dark lip, and she just looked like a rocker, like a straight up rocker. And when she said she was an athlete, I was like, wow, I wouldn't have recognized that. But she reminded me of Gwen so much. I wish Gwen would have pushed so bad. She was so rocker, so cool. I really liked her, but she didn't make it on the show. But if she comes back next season and wins the show, I want to have it on video that I really liked her from the beginning. So really liked her. And then we have Hunter Blake. He was 20. He lost his home in Baton Rouge to the flooding, and he sang Carry On, and I thought it was very powerful. His transitions were perfect, and I love that song anyways. He had a very unique tone. Like, there was just something very unique about his voice, and I really liked it. He is on Team Alicia. Standout for me, I'd say. I think he has a really unique voice, so probably a standout for me. And then there was Nala Price. She was 17, which blew my mind. She had performed at talent shows growing up. She sang Send My Love to Your New Lover by Adele. Again, another Adele song, which I love. I thought she was pretty pitch perfect for a 17-year-old singing that hardcore of an Adele song. First of all, anybody who sings an Adele song, Adele is a really good singer, and Adele songs are really hard to sing. So I thought she nailed it. For being just 17 especially, was really, really good, and I thought it was crazy how she could actually kind of almost hit some of those notes. She had really good control. She really knew what she was doing, and for a 17-year-old, that just blew my mind. She is on Team Adam. Definitely a standout for me. Think she will go far. But again, she's young, so we'll see how it goes. But again, she's 17 and sang an Adele song almost like pitch perfect, so I think she will be fine. And then Sammy Zonana, she is 24. She was an LGBT wedding singer. She didn't sing an LGBT wedding singer. She had a same-sex relationship, which I thought was really cool. I liked her outfit too. It had, like, she wore this like button-up shirt that had like kisses, or not kisses, like lips all over it. I thought it was really cool. She sang a really cool rendition of Dangerous Woman. I thought she had a super cool soft tone. She was very husky and very raspy, and she kind of reminds me of somebody, but I couldn't pinpoint exactly who she reminded me of. It was somebody that's like in the music industry big time, like a mainstream artist, but I could not put my finger on exactly who she reminded me of. But she has a really cool, unique voice. I really liked her. Stand out again. I think she will hopefully go far. And then the last person on Monday night's episode was Valerie Poncio. She was 32. She went to Berklee College of Music. She was in a country Americano band. She sang Ring of Fire. Super, super unique version of that song. It almost kind of sounded like two people when she went from like her chest voice to her head voice and vice versa. She was very raspy. She got 4 chairs to turn, but she is on Team Blake, and she was, again, definitely a standout for me. I really liked her. And then there was only a couple artists on Tuesday night's episode. Vanessa Ferguson, she was 31. She was raised by her grandma. She sang Alicia Keys growing up. She was a cruise ship singer. She sang Don't Let Me Down. I thought it was really raspy and really like funky, in like a good way. Like, she had a very funk type voice, and she was very fun, and she had like a very chill personality. She was like not nervous at all, it didn't seem like, so that was really, really cool. She was on Team Alicia. I really liked her. Austin Cole was the next one. He was 17. He lost his music equipment in a house fire. He sang Happiness, and he's on Team Blake. He was alright. Nothing really stood out to me about him, But I thought his story was really cool. I wasn't too much of a fan of his voice. I don't know, there was just something weird that I kind of didn't like. I mean, he wasn't bad by any means. It was just, I think it was stylistically not something that I like, but he was a decent singer. So, and then there was Josie Bernadette. She is 25. Her dad played for the Chicago Bulls. She sang American Woman, which I thought was really kind of a weird choice, because usually when people sing rock songs, they have like that raspy, husky, like even growl type voice, and she didn't. She had a very smooth voice, almost sang like a pop singer or something like that. But she is on Team Gwen. She kind of reminded me of Gwen a little bit, so I'm excited to see what they do. She was a standout for me too. But I kind of expected her to sing something different. American Woman for her, I thought was a little bit weird, because again, I like that rocker type raspy voice, and she didn't have that, so I thought it was a little bit weird with the song choice, but she made it on the team, so that's all that matters. And then there was Sheena Brooke, who I actually watched her audition on YouTube before I saw it on the show. She was 33. She was a country rocker type girl. She was in a rock band when she was 21. She was a bar singer. She was also in a same-sex relationship, and she was super, super pretty, I thought, and super cool. She sang Baby Girl, and I thought she had a really cool voice. You can kind of tell that her voice came from like a rock background, but I thought she was really, really cool. Definitely a standout for me. I don't want to say she was super good vocally, but there was just something about her to me that made her stand out, and I really, really liked her. I don't know if it was her personality or her voice or what, but I just really, really liked her for something. She's definitely not the best singer on there. She's a good singer, but she's definitely not. She has a little bit of work to do, I think. But something just stood out to me, and I really, really liked her. So I believe she's on Team Adam. I forgot to write it down, but I'm pretty sure she's on Team Adam. And then the last person to audition who made it on Team Alicia, because everybody else's team was full, was Chris Blue. He was 26. He grew up in a family of, I think it was 6 or 7. They had a family band called the Blues Brothers, and it was kind of like a Jackson 5 type thing, but he was a worship leader. His wife had bone marrow cancer and flatlined on the table while she was getting an operation, and he kind of broke down a lot about that when he talked about it, which obviously, but he sang Tracks of My Tears. His high voice, he had a very high-pitched voice, like his head voice was really, really strong, I thought, which is very rare for a man, especially, I feel like, and he literally brought me to tears, especially when he brought his mom and his wife out, and he started crying on stage, and it just made me tear up. And yeah, so he was definitely a standout for me too. I thought he was really strong, especially on those high notes, which is sometimes rare. So I really, really enjoyed the blinds, but those are my predictions for the blinds. I'm really excited to see where these people start to go and the song choices they make. The battles and the knockouts are probably my 2 favorites of the show, because you get to see, especially the battles, you get to see 2 different people sing the same song and see them put their own twist on it, and it's so cool to me how they go back and forth and just sing it completely different sometimes, and I'm really excited for this season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm also really, really excited. I wanted to mention about the mentors this year. Celine Dion is a mentor this season, and I'm so stoked. I love Celine Dion. I think she's amazing. Not only that, Luke Bryan, hello, who doesn't like Luke Bryan? He's a mentor for Blake. John Legend is a mentor for Adam, and DJ Khaled is a mentor for Alicia, and I just think it's going to be such an awesome season. I'm so excited to see especially Luke and John Legend. I'm not a big fan of DJ Khaled, but I know a couple of his songs, and I like a couple of his songs, but I like his Snapchat story too. Everybody does, I feel like. But Celine Dion, I'm so excited to see her and Gwen work together. I think it's going to be amazing, and I would love to be mentored by Celine Dion. Like, I feel like she's one of the greatest singers out there, and I'm just really excited. So anyways, I probably have babbled on a lot in this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in my vlog that I'm getting ready to upload, and next week for another recap. So I will see you guys later. Bye guys.